a first down. They'll run on first down. Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down now, it's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. To throw is Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end, and they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On first down, Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On second down and 4, Cousins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back to the ground, Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Trey Waynes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emerson Griffin, his 2nd sack of the night. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he converts and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
Extra score.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Excuse me.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. The 20. take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
A second too late.
Here we go.
Cook following the penalty. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
54 Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
3rd and long for Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
They run again with Carson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. Carson, he's got a first down and more past the 30. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
There's Wilson to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go, let's bring it.
On first down, it's Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. He may try and run for this. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
54 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are...
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Boom, chicka-boom.
They run it with Carson, and he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Here's Carson, and an alley to run.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running.
Trey Wayne shoots that.
Loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Oh, that's right. He went to Michigan State.
45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is Carson.
Just too wild with
and
my
he'll
tackles.
go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a Scotia credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Wilson.
Ooh, I thought I picked that.
Score. Touchdown, Seattle. A
Ooh,
12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They're going to keep it on the ground.
Nope.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
In your face.
On second down, Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Again, it's Cook. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Cousins
You're going to sit there for 20 seconds.
They're going to try on fourth down.
Hey, Ringo, 48.
SOS.
Yellow. Set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You're right.
Now Cousins on fourth down.
I hit the wrong button.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Goodbye.
Points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the error.
I just ran to check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
This way you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they believe me. I give them just
Excuse me.
Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Mike 51. Rip right.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 79 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Pay dirt. Dave Chappelle, it's not your life. Go home.
Going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do you need? 11. Watch the slant.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Oh, catch it.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go, here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Well, that's complete to Sanders. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
Drive should have been over. Should have had the pick.
Here in this first
Should have,
quarter.
could have, would have.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
It's all good in the hood.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Each team has scored.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Complete. It's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Cousins now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. It's complete to Diggs. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Mike 51. Hey, Alpha. I got you, son. Mike 51. Mike 51. Wait, son.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. They've got his man complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just want to go past it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he won't get back to the line of scrimmage this time either as they stop him behind the line once more.
Wait.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Cousins on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Wide.
Play action now. Cousins. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bailey's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. On first down, Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can't block me. 21. You can't block me.
Watch safety quick.
Block.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from there.
Yeah, win that turnover battle is going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
13.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 23. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A gain of 3, second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be a 37-yard attempt. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2nd and 5 now.
Ooh, you got
Cousins.
some
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
That's what love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here we go.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
12, fellas. Here we go. Hey, Foxtrot.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He finds Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. Get that quarterback.
They'll run on first down. Coleman, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Tackle made by Aaron Kendricks. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 29 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Christian, Travis, Bravo.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
Better take the 3.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Dang, you
So
don't
on
get it.
4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
Go on, regardless.
And
Stop.
the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 53 yards. One last shot now for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, Charles, they were close.